بالنوايا جهول ظالم وعليه بعد من التسويف أورده البلايا ومعتبة بابك غير.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Between Badr and Uhud, Abu Sufyan, according to his vow, led a party of 200 riders to raid Medina. A few weeks later, after Badr, Salam bin Miskan, the chief of the Jewish tribe of the Nadir, welcomed him in his house. He interred him with food and drink. He also gave him secret information about the Muslims. Abu Sufyan sent some of his men to Medina. They attacked two Muslims who were working in their field and murdered them. Then they set out to fire of houses and laid waste some field. Abu Sufyan now thought that his vow to attack the Muslims had been fulfilled. He therefore decided to retreat immediately, fearing a counter-attack. As soon as he heard of this raid, the Prophet ﷺ collected about 200 men and set out in pursuit of Abu Sufyan, who made his escape quick by forced marches. While getting away quickly, they threw some of their provision, mainly of burial meal. This was picked up by the Muslims, hence the expedition was called the Burial Meal Expedition Ghazwa Sawiq. This explosion of clan of Banu Qunayda. The Quraysh tribe or clans staying in Medina were mainly three: Qurayzi, Nadira, and Bani Qunayn. Bani Qunayda had a strong settlement. They conducted the market and practiced crafts such as goldsmith. Banu Qunayda were very unfriendly towards the Muslim. They were the first of the Jews to break the agreement with them and to go to war. Meanwhile, an incident occurred. It led the explosion of Banu Qurayza from Medina. One day, an Arab Muslim woman came to the market to remodel some of her ornament at one of their shops. Some Jews played a very shameful trick on her. While she was sitting of them, Jews fastened her robe and a throne to the wall in which such a way that when she rose to leave, her robe pulled down. A large part of her person was revealed. The bastard laughed loudly and the woman cried. A Muslim who happened to be present regarding the insult. He came to her rescue and killed the Jew on the spot. The Jews gathered around the Muslim and likewise killed him. As soon as the Prophet ﷺ heard about this, he collected a force and besieged the Jews who had retreated to their stronghold. The siege lasted for 15 days. The Muslims completely blocked the Jews in their quarters. They allowed neither to enter or to leave. The tension grew. At last the Jews surrendered. It was arranged that they to leave Medina, taking their wives and children. Leaving behind their goldsmith tools and arms, they yelled on the term offer the move out of Medina. The killing of Ka'b bin Ashraf. A few months later, there occurred the murder of Ka'b bin Ashraf. He was a clear enemy of the Prophet ﷺ. He was the son of Arab father and a Jew's mother. After Badr, he went to Mecca where he was anti-Muslim. Was he incited the Meccans against the Messenger of Allah ﷺ. He had returned to Medina and began to compose very insulting love poems about the Muslim women. Then Prophet heard of this return. He said to his companion, "Who will ride me of him?" A few Muslims from the Ansar offered themselves and killed this enemy of Allah. A few other virtuous events. Fatima radiallahu anha, the youngest daughter of the Prophet ﷺ, she was married to Ali bin Abi Talib radiallahu anh in Zulhijjah 2 Hijri, June 624. The Prophet married another of his daughter, Kulthum radiallahu anh, to Uthman bin Affan radiallahu anh, who later became the third caliph. Uthman had been previously married to Ruqayya radiallahu anh, Kulthum's sister, but Ruqayya had died about time of Badr. It was her sickness that had kept Uthman radiallahu anh from taking part in the battle of Badr. The Prophet ﷺ himself married Hafsa radiallahu anh, the daughter of Umar, who later became the second caliph. It was in the second year of Al-Hijrah, the fasting in the month of Ramadan, Zakatul Fitr, Salah for Eidain, and he sacrificed on the occasion of Eid al-Adha were made obligatory.